It's Sunday morning, August the 9th. Good morning to all. How you doing today?
So, let's do it. As the Beatles once said, why don't we do it in the road? Or in our case, we're doing it on the road. Same thing. Again, I could be commenting about all the speeding traffic, but it's no point, as you know by now. I'm here, picking up Interstate 70 for a bit to the west. After that, we'll be off the beaten path. Now the sign says, Masks on, Maryland. Yeah, Maryland has its mask on for sure. Another seldom used inspection station here. That was open originally 20 years ago, but now hardly ever open. So if you've got a bad truck, come on through. Again, not a bad day out there. The temps should get into the 90s today, hopefully. Or maybe not hopefully. Then it'll be too hot. We departed around 10:50 a.m. Now almost 11:30 as we continue west. We have some mountains coming into view, but there'll be more. Now passing through the Frederick area. And up here we depart I-70 in favor of US 340. One of our favorite routes. A one-time common route for us. Technology Parkway. I still say that's a cool name. All this here is brand new within the past 4 or 5 years. Well, maybe 6. For those keeping track, we've come about 64 miles so far. And we're now ascending Catoctin Mountain. This road takes a lower summit than does Interstate 70. And descending down the other side, the west side. .180 is the old road. We'll take a break from this road for a bit, at least as far as Brunswick. But now we're on the original US 340. And passing through a place called Petersville. I'm making one more turn here because it's been a while since I used this road. Route 79. This road will take us into Brunswick. I gotta watch these curves because folks coming the other way tend to cross the line. Another mountain way up there. We come out of the right normally, then proceed straight ahead to Brunswick. And we made it. As long as we're here, let's go check out CSX. Back in the 90s, there was just a stop sign here. Now they got a full traffic light. The times, they are changing, or already did. And here's CSX and the Brunswick commuter station. Let's see what's happening, if anything. Here comes some action. Now even CSX does the push-pull thing. Maybe a helper for the Pars Ridge grade. Heading for a spot on the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. Another CSX train lying in wait there. Oops, wrong side of the road. Crossing the canal right now. Part of the canal bed right there. And up here, our towpath. I've had many a bike ride here. Many a bike ride. Did a documentary back in the 90s. Oh, can I borrow the bathroom? Now proceeding on out. Did what I had to do back there. I'm about to recross the canal. Got many a bike ride that way, both ways. And again, our CSX train still lying in wait. I guess we'll cross that bridge, heading to Virginia. To the right, to the south. And today we're Brunswick strong. All right. Now crossing the bridge I just showed you. Over the CSX yards, the C&O Canal. And of course, over the Potomac River as well. And there is the river, down there somewhere. And officially in Virginia. The Potomac shoreline is the state line. Which means the Potomac lies in Maryland in its entirety. This road will take us into Purcellville, at which point we'll pick up Route 7 west back to the US 340. Y'all got that? Now passing through Lovettsville. As they say, gotta love it. Some highway numbers for you there. All changed around. How do I keep on this road? Oh, there it is up ahead, okay. We'll keep it on South 287. I'm on the right road, but don't care for what they did here. Of course, I'm past here in 15 years, and it shows. Well, back in the spaces again. And up ahead, back in the sun. Interesting lighting there. Oops, back under the clouds again. Now around 12:32 p.m. And we've come around 81 miles so far. Now coming to Virginia Route 9, which we're not using though, but we still come to it. And about 4 more miles to Purcellville. Anyway, now arrived here. And now we're on Old Virginia Route 7, heading west. We'll pick up the current Route 7 after Purcellville. But first, how about a look at Purcellville Station? And facing east on the W&OD trail, Washington and Old Dominion. Ridden my bike on this trail myself about 10 years ago. This was the westernmost point on the line. It ended here, just before that street. The trail runs from here all the way to Arlington. A former train station, now the town hall, or something like that. We're back on the road. Not much social distancing back at the train station. There are people walking within a couple of feet of me with no masks. Didn't have mine on either because I was outside, but I stayed away from people. They came towards me. So next time you're in Virginia, it might be a pain to social distance, but I prefer to stay well and stay alive. That's my hang-up, I guess. And again, we have a mountain. Like that 60s song. First there's a mountain, but then there is no mountain, but then there is. I guess Donovan couldn't make up his mind. On the bridge is modern day Route 7, which we're about to pick up. Westbound, of course. And here it is. Again, long time, no use. As they say, why don't we do it in the road? Why not? Anybody want to do it in the road? Those are the Beatles told us. Now descending into a valley. In fact, we're in the Shenandoah Valley, wine area, whatever it's called. Shenandoah Valley wine. A lot of wineries around here. I'm surprised for that reason there aren't more cops around here. Guessing those who drank. Apparently still descending. And they're crossing of the Shenandoah River. I tried. At least these roads aren't that busy. Now officially arriving in Berryville. There is a CSX line passing through here. And there it is up there. Could there be a train station someplace? Maybe. Maybe not. Well, good towns have train stations. I saw a building to the right, but looked too burned out to be a train station. And here is downtown Berryville. And up here, back at US 340, as I said, gonna turn left to continue south, that way. And departing Berryville. On to better things. I hope. It's now around 1:30 p.m. and we've come 108 miles. We're now entering a place called Boyce. And the downtown area. Not much of a downtown though. Just the way I like it. That quick route of it. I'm about to pass US 50. But first, how about a pit stop? Not a usual stop. Alright you guys, get your masks on. Back in the day, if you wore a mask in a store, they called the cops on you. Boy, have things changed, haven't they? And there's my sign. And thanks to time lapse, we're again gone. Now to proceed across US 50. That away. Our next point of interest will be Jurassic Park. Well, kinda, sorta. Up ahead, 340 bears left. But we're staying straight on this road. We're not bearing with it. And over there, Jurassic Park, as promised. What can I say? How prehistoric. Our next hotspot will be Stevens City. Now arriving, Stevens City. And here US 11 passes. As you see, north to the right and south to the left. We're staying on this road, straight this direction. But even here, new development going on. My last pass, 20 years back, wasn't there. But now we're departing it. Someplace up here is Norfolk Southern. Oh, there we go, up around the bend there. Here it is. I believe it's Norfolk Southern. Or that CSX line we saw earlier. One of the two. and back into the countryside, which should soon become mountainside. Well, that's what I should be doing. There's a blind hill and I can't really see what's happening, but whatever. Up here, turning left to keep on the route. Picking up Route 628, that direction. Virginia, secondary Route 628, southbound. That's a mouthful to say. Last passed this way about 20 years ago. And as the Doobie Brothers once said, I just might pass this way again. Another mountain there. Which way are you crossing? If you think we're off the beaten path now, I know a path that's less beaten yet. Now arriving in a place called Lebanon Church. And apparently just past the church. Turning here, shortcut. Because it's part of the old road. Part of Old 55. But up here 55 shares the same, I guess you'd say the same route as US 48. Here it is, both routes together. First passed this way, I believe in May 1986, on the way to a train ride. And back in 86, I went to Cass, West Virginia, this way. And someplace up this road, there is a traffic camera that you can pick up on your PC. Or maybe even your Mac, who knows. Now it's 2:27 p.m. and so far 134 miles. I just passed a place called Star Tannery. The traffic camera's up here somewhere. And about to surmount our next mountain. Up there somewhere. Only thing with these mountain crossings, your ears begin stuffing up. Then on the way down, you have to unstuff them. Or you can't hear. Now at the top of the mountain, I just crossed into West Virginia. It's a 9% grade going downhill here. And finally at the bottom of the grade. We're almost into Wardensville. Apparently got some construction going on. There's a bridge being replaced. I suppose it needs it. But I have video shooting straight through. But now I gotta shoot this way. Yeah, do what you gotta do. And here we are, Wardensville. Been passing through since 1986. And the downtown area. It's changed a bit in the past 35 years, 34. Back into the spaces. We'll see me doing more mountain climbing. This part of the road got replaced by a 4-lane highway about 20 years ago. Somewhere in the valley down there. Which means this road should be more peaceful because of that. And again, waving up the mountain. Down at the top and descending down the other side. Around here, all you do is climb mountains and then descend down the other side. And up there is a modern day highway, put in about 25 years ago. And here about to cross over Lost River. To the right, it flows north and then flows underground for a mile. And then it emerges as Cacapon River. It changes names. Have to one day walk to the spot where it goes in the ground and have a look. And the current highway over there. Don't know how Lost River got the name, but we found it. Now it's Found River. At least with a new highway, we have a peaceful road. We're now passing through Baker, and up here turning left onto 259. I made it. I knew I could handle it. Our next hotspot, if you want to call it that, will be Lost City. I like that name, Lost City. I tell people that I live there. I don't care what they say. We have a lost river and a lost city. I guess out here, people are lost. Rather scenic drive through here though. Now around 3:16 p.m. and we've come 163 miles. Every now and then, something to see out here. If you want to put it that way. Now passing through a place called Lost River. Just like the river. But as I said, we're looking for a lost city. A little further down. Got some nice mountains there. Yep, haven't passed this way in a while. But anyway, now entering Lost City, an old gas station there. Anyway, Lost City. Now we're east on Route 59, departing Lost City, and a mountain gap will soon pass through. All kinds of cool mountains now. Into the woods, and soon to cross our mountain. That's what we're entering. George Washington National Forest. But rather dark woods. someplace the road turns to dirt, but apparently more of it has been paved since I last passed here. More pavement. Got the funny feeling it'll be dirt somewhere. I told you off the beaten path, didn't I? Or a path less beaten. We passed through the gap I showed you a little while ago. Just past a road called Hillbilly Highway. How appropriate. And folks do live way out here. It's a long way to the Walmart. And our road just turned to dirt. But I've been this way before. To think I passed this way back in March of '97. Someplace ahead, there's a good view down into a valley, which back in '97 was all foggied over and looked kind of nice. I can't read that sign.
Furnace, mulch roofer.
And someplace up ahead, I stopped to get a view of all the mist in the valley. Video posted. Still pretty cool taking a road like this once in a while. Talk about off the beaten path. Well, y'all wanted some adventure, so here it is. Let's see what's up here. A bit of a clearing, but not at the top of the mountain yet. If somewhere down there is the foggy valley I got back in '97. Hope these trees didn't grow up that fast in the past 23 years. It's awfully quick. But now it appears we're descending. Finally. We might even be back in Virginia right now. This road crossed the state lines a few times before finally staying in Virginia. We're still descending and probably back in Virginia as well. The road is still dirt, but we should pick up pavement near the bottom of the grade. Even hairpins on this road. Whoa, there it is right there. Just turned onto another dirt road. Still hoping for pavement. Intersection. I think I know where I am now. Okay, Wolf Gap Road, remember that name from Google Maps. Here I turn right, I believe. And it's a paved road. Well, back on pavement brings memories back. Glad nobody came the other way while I was still on the dirt road. Could have been no room to pass. That dirt road should almost be one way. Another road. I guess I'll bear straight ahead that way. So I think I know where that goes. Old store there, obviously. Now residence. And more mountain scenery. I thought I had been this way before, but now I can't remember. Now passing through a place called Columbia Furnace. How I got the name, I don't know. And again, another road. Now let's see which way to go. I just arrived at Route 42, a road I'm familiar with. Anyway, picked it up going southbound. Anyway, now I know where I'm going. I think. And now it's 4:22 p.m. and we've come 191 miles. With a few more to go. And now we're in Connickville. And more cool mountains. Again, a rather peaceful road. For the most part. We're now passing through Hudson Crossroads. Another intersection here. Somewhere. Up ahead, okay. Let's see, which way? Eastbound on 263. That's the way. This way. Heading for Mount Jackson. Oh, nice red barn there. Freshly painted. Obviously. I hope. But again, the road I'm taking for the first time. Yep, another new road. As they say, every road is new until you've taken it. Makes sense. And more mountains. That's what we're here for. Interesting living someplace within view of mountains. Look out your back door, get cool scenery. One of those overpasses would be Interstate 81, which we might see. We're now coming into Mount Jackson. CSX or Norfolk Southern. I keep forgetting. We're going to approaching US 11. We saw part of it earlier, but we didn't take it. Guess I'll head north. To the left, that away. Nice old buildings here in this town. Obviously an old store there. But here's downtown Mount Jackson. And we're north on US 11. They once showed this town on 60 Minutes about 30 years ago. But I forgot why. I guess something occurred out here. But I forgot what. And up there, the railroad again. Whichever one it might be. And now it's departing. And this is Hawkinstown. What town? I don't see anything. Here's some stuff. Still rather pleasant out there. The temps made it into the 90s. Not much traffic on this road because these days most traffic uses Interstate 81. which parallels this road. Now entering Edinburgh. I thought we weren't going to see Scotland today, but I guess we're going to see it after all. Here it is. And the downtown area. We'll check that out. Complete with Confederate flag in the background in one of those windows. A lot of people just happen to like the Southland. Nothing to do with slavery, nothing at all. Just their love for the South. Our next hotspot will be Woodstock. No, not the one you think. And here it is, Woodstock. Now departing Woodstock. Did a pit stop back there, but didn't catch it on camera. And up here picking up Interstate 81 to the north. And here it is. Some mileages there for you if you can read them. We'll skirt by a couple of those places. Over there, the Woodstock water tank. As I keep saying, not the Woodstock you think. I guess you could say we're on the return trip right now. Already come 2.5 miles since our pit stop at Woodstock. Some gravel flying off the car that had picked up on that dirt road. Still flying off. Now that was an adventure. What are they telling us here? Well, I see 13 miles to Interstate 68. That doesn't seem right. Unless I read it wrong. And passing the Strasburg area. But again, not the one you think. On the bridge is US 48, part of which we used earlier. Yeah, folks still speed. Why bother pointing it out? It's starting to get old. And up here, Route 66. But again, not the one you think. So, do they use the truck weigh stations here in this state? Well, one truck there. Maybe they do use it. In Maryland, they don't. All that money spent for no reason. A place we passed there earlier, Stevens City. We crossed that bridge earlier from right to left on our way west. We'll be seeing US 340 again, but from a different point. Along with Route 7 again. Now around 5:47 p.m. And we've come 244 miles so far on this drive, and almost 30 from Woodstock. But up here, picking up Route 7 again, which we also saw earlier. I'm not going to Winchester, we're going towards Berryville, and back to US 340. hour east on Virginia Route 7, part of which we saw earlier. Another one-time common route for us, especially going west the other way. And now, guess what? We're back in Berryville. We saw this earlier. Well, not this part, further up. A nice old gas station there. Part gas station, part store, apparently. Up ahead, US 340 again. So I'm going north on this time. Earlier today we came out of the road there and went south that way on 340, as you recall. Now we're coming out of here and going north that way. So in both cases, we came out of Route 7 and turned left to get onto this road. Before it was going south, and of course we're going north. I'm departing Berryville. And up here around the bend, we cross back into Virginia. Or back into West Virginia, actually. Right here, back into West Virginia for a bit. We crossed the state lines on this route several times. Now entering a place called Ripon. We were just ripping it apart. Whatever, I tried. Nice old stuff here too. I think the zip code's 25441. And it still is, I got it right. Just past the post office. I still recall the zip code here.
Yeah.
Up here they made 4 lanes back in the late 80s and early 90s. Someplace up here there's a cave once explored by George Washington. He even drew his autograph on the cave wall, put his autograph there. One day I gotta go to the cave and check that out. I'm now approaching the Harper's Ferry area. More traffic on the road here, as I guess folks begin making their way back to Maryland, as we are. And up here, recrossing the Shenandoah, right beneath the mountain. Oh, Shenandoah. Better not begin singing this song, could be copyrighted. Up ahead, we cross back into Virginia for about 45 seconds, then cross the Potomac back into Maryland. Up here someplace we're back in Virginia. Unless we are already. Up here we're back in Virginia for a bit. As I said, for about 45 seconds. Maybe longer with this traffic. There's a traffic signal here. I guess when it turns red, it adds to our delay. You stay green. Thank you. And up here, recrossing the Potomac. As I said before, the shoreline is the state line. So right now we're officially back in Maryland, even though we're still on the bridge. And up here again, crossing over the C&O Canal and CSX. Hence the fence. Thank you for the welcome. But we live here. And the traffic light back there in Virginia should be our last light. We're almost back at the hood. In front of us, South Mountain. And up in the bend where we got off earlier. 180, the old 340. We got off and went that way. Of course, coming the other way. And here's where we got off, taking the old 340. As of now, we're officially backtracking. Oops. But things do look different going the opposite direction. We came another way earlier. And now recrossing Catoctin Mountain. Yep, there's that road. Just as it was earlier. And once again, Technology Parkway. Associates it's a cool name for a road. And here, back on 70, the way we came. We might be backtracking, but roads are just like caves. They look totally different from the opposite direction. Anyone who's ever cave explored knows that. Anyway, now almost 7 p.m. and we've come 302 miles so far. More than the past couple Odysseys added together, and almost 88 from Woodstock. And as I keep telling you about, another way station, hardly ever used. So, why bother paying to put it in? Or maintaining it? A little further down the road now. Almost back in the Baltimore area. And up here, I-70 officially comes to an end. And we're back on 695. We're not going to see New York though. Maybe one day in the future, we'll plan an Odyssey to the Empire State Building or something. But admission went up. It was $10 to go to the 86th floor. Now it's at $55, 60. Oh well. Gotta keep the Empire building, I guess. Empire Builder. That's a former train that the Penn once ran. Isn't it? Yep, New York to Chicago. The Empire Builder. Back on the road. Everybody speeds on. But I know all y'all tired of hearing it, so I won't say much more. People still speeding down the road. As the song says, nothing changes except the faces. Maybe they're all more insured than I am. I don't know. And finally the exit for our part of the world. And what a world it is. And now back within the Baltimore city limits. And now back in the hood, around 8 p.m. ton miles today, 352. And about 137 miles from Woodstock, our turnaround point. Once again, thank you very much for the privilege of your time. I hope to meet with you again. Until then, stay safe. I need my viewers.